Hey, this is Roman Daddy. I am here on my favorite Minecraft server, mc.myblock.me. I am a moderator on this server. I also talk to the owner every single day. He keeps everything up to date constantly. Right now, I'm just going to run around and show you a few things that are here. This is the main spawn point. When you first join the server, this is where you'll be. And when you get in, you can go to the rules, which are right here. They are all fairly simple rules, things like no griefing, be respectful, don't ask staff for OP, things like that. And then after you want to read the rules and get out of here, you just click here. Alright, and so we're going to start off on, we'll start off on the skyblock. So what we'll do is go over here. Alright, and here we are at the skyblock spawn area. This is actually where all of the shops there here are. You can have anything really that you're going to need to do a skyblock here. You can actually see there's a few islands for people that are really close by. Each area has its own special items that you can get from it, and then there is actually a way to go back to the main spawn. It's right here. So now the next place we're going to go is going to be, if I can find it, the Survival Island is a new project. I'm not sure if it's actually fully set up, or if it caters to the needs of everyone. But this is something we set up to be kind of like the Skyblock, just more on an island feel versus being in the air and you falling to your death into the void. This is actually this entire server is actually on hard mode, and this area is actually our kicking it up a notch compared to our other ones. You can actually see here it tells you that creepers will actually explode and do damage to your items, and fire spread is also on, so if there's any storms, if you try and set up I guess a fireplace or anything like that, you could burn your entire house down, so you're going to want to watch out for that. Alright, so the next place that I'm going to go to is Hoth. Alright, and it is another survival world. It's just a little bit harder than normal. This is it right here. All it is a snow survival. The whole point of this is to go around. There are absolutely no resources that you can find that are going to be like trees growing out of the ground, anything like that. None of that is here. This is actually a pretty hard map to go on. It's actually one of my favorite ones. What you do is you'll run around and you'll see small little towers. You can then go into the tower, and as long as it has nobody that actually has put a door on it that makes it to it's theirs or anything like that, you can claim this tower, and it'll have basic items that will get you started. After that, there are some underground biome setups that are actually filled with items such as trees, things like that you can collect and actually take back to your home base. Once you have everything set up, then you can actually survive in here pretty easily. It's just there are more spawns out here at nighttime than normally would be. It's also real easy to starve to death out here. You really got to know how to get around that. Lots of zombie killing at the beginning while you're trying to search for a home. Not a lot of running around, or you'll die several times and wind up back here at the spawn point and have to start all over again and go in another direction. Alright, so the next place I'm going to go is the main world. This is another world that I go to fairly fairly often. Not as much as I like going to on Hoth and the new Survival Island area. So what this is the main survival world for us is just set a normal hard set mode of a survival seed. We have our spawn point here. It's a pretty cool spawn. Outside of it we have the main world jail. And from here you can actually go around and go in any direction and start going out and doing normal survival stuff. Building a home, getting farms set up, chopping down trees, things like that. But for the most part it's just casual play. Nobody really is building close enough to each other to need to worry about griefing, and if you do have somebody grief, either myself or another mod or admin will definitely take care of that. We have ways of knowing who did what. So the next few places I'm going to show you are pretty cool. This one over here is something that I created. It's just pretty much a really big oak tree. I call it Grandfather Oak. It's just there to remind people to replant trees when they cut them down. There are a lot of people that just like to chop down trees and leave the very top of it to there so it doesn't ever fall, doesn't drop its leaves off or anything, so there's no saplings, and they just walk away. So as you can see, somebody has already tried cutting it down and realized it wasn't a hollow tree, it's straight through, and decided against that. But all it is just a little friendly reminder, hey, if you're going to chop down a forest worth of trees, you should probably replant the entire forest, or we won't have any trees left on the server for people to use. The next place I'm going to show you is actually a place that I have to go find. So I'm going to cut the video out here and come back once I found it. Alright, and I have actually found it. This is a pretty cool castle. One of the players actually built this. It is all 100% legit. The whole castle was built by hand. It's pretty big. See if I can get it to load up everything here real fast and walk through it. There you go. Alright, so as you can see, it's a decent sized castle. It's got lots of stuff in it. Go out, let it load. It's actually a courtyard. And now the point of this castle was the person was actually trying to build something really cool to be showcased on the server itself, and they finished the project and they decided that they were going to go work on something else. So here's everything here. It's actually the sewer systems of the castle. And it goes up, and there's a drain right here. And as you can see, it goes up, gives you a little bit of access to go out. And we're in one of the towers. Now, these towers are actually pretty cool. They each have inside of them a beacon that's just not activated. So it gives it a really nice look without actually having the lasers that are shooting into the sky and being an annoyance to everyone. It's actually having a little bit of issues loading everything entirely, just because of the sheer size of this place. I would not have the patience to do something like this myself. So there's actually a few other places that I gotta go find. The next one is actually pretty funny. When I found it, it was definitely a surprise, and I'm hoping everyone enjoys it, and we'll come back when I found it. Alright, and we're back, and we are at the Island of Pig. These are probably the biggest pig statues I've ever seen. but they actually all connect to this island. It's got a really big building built into it. And what this is some of the mods and admins were messing around one day and telling jokes, and somebody decided, hey, I should go get some pigs and make them a place to stay. We'll give them some names and things like that. So what this is that there are pigs in here, and these pigs do have names. Every single pig that's in here, I believe, has a name to go with them. It's pretty funny. If you walk around, you can see some of the names that the mods and admins came up with. It's pretty cool. Just the architecture of the building is amazing. The fact that it's so big and how it was set up is pretty awesome. Again, this was another one that was done completely by hand. So that in itself is really cool. So I'm gonna cut the video out here again, and once I find the next place I want to show you, I will turn everything back on. Alright, so here we are. This is another castle. It's a palace built into the desert. It's built out of sand and sandstone. It's yet another hand-done project. I believe this is the project that the person switched to from their previous castle. And it's not as big as the castle, but definitely cool just for the fact that it was built out of sand and sandstone. You can actually walk around and go into there's different rooms and hallways. Everything in here is pretty amazing with the architecture. It's all got really nice patterns, things like that in it. Great usage of different types of blocks. But this is just another really cool place that I found when I was wandering. All this stuff does have a way that you can warp to it. It will be listed when you type /warp, and you can check it all out just on the server. Again, it's myblock, which its server address is mc.myblock.me. So we're gonna go check out, I think, one more place, and that'll be done with this video. Alright, so here we are. This is a really special project that me and the owner were working on one day. He had decided one day he was gonna create a new world and put some stuff in it, and started to build. And I suggested to him, hey, why not have a really cool looking jail? So what this is the universal jail for the entire server. You can get put here for breaking any rule. This is pretty much just a place that if you get put, there's no going back. It's when you can kill yourself as many times as you want, and you will always wind up back at the top here. And the whole point behind it was we actually had a problem with the other jail where people were able to find ways around things so that they didn't actually have to deal with it. So we created this one, and so far we really haven't had to put anybody in it. Most of our players are awesome about that. But if we did have to put people in it, the cool thing about it is the fact that if you do fall down into the void, there is absolutely no getting out of it. It is 100% instant death, and you'll just continuously get trapped here until your sentence is over for the time frame that you were sent to jail. So that is it. I am completely done showing you things. There are so many more awesome things, different things that people have built, things like that. You can check it out if you want. Like I said, the server is called MyBlock. Its server address is mc.myblock.me. This has been Roma Daddy, and this was a short little showcase of things on MyBlock. Thank you.